मैं अपनी बात रखते हुए आई विल फोकस ऑन द क्रिश्चियन कम्युनिटी। हमारा जो काम है, हम लोग एक हेल्पलाइन चलाते हैं अलॉन्ग विद अदर क्रिश्चियन ग्रुप्स, जहाँ पे लोग फ़ोन करके बता सकते हैं। दे यूजली रिपोर्ट वायलेंस एज इट इज़ हैपनिंग। आपको मालूम होगा जब क्रिश्चियंस के ऊपर अटैक चल रहा है आजकल, तो क्या होता है कि व्हेन वी मीट, संडे का दिन हो, फ्राइडे शाम का टाइम हो, प्रेयर का टाइम हो, अभी लेंट का सीज़न था, तो एवरी क्रिश्चियन, मैनी ऑफ अस, वी ओपन आवर होम्स बिकॉज अदर क्रिश्चियंस जॉइन and we celebrate or rather observe Lent together, which means that you reflect on the life of Jesus, etc. तो ये चीज़ें चलती रहती हैं, it's a part of the church cycle. पर आजकल जो माहौल चल रहा है means that आपने अपने घर को खोला, अपनी कलीसिया को खोला, तो वहाँ पे एक मॉब आएगा और वो मॉब आपको बताएगा कि आप एक्चुअली सिर्फ क्रिश्चियन नहीं मिल रहे हैं यहाँ पे, या सिर्फ जो लोग चाहते हैं, जो यहाँ पे होना चाहते हैं, वो लोग नहीं हैं। एक्चुअली यू हैव कोर्स्ड पीपल, यू आर इंड्यूसिंग पीपल टू बी इन दिस लोकेशन, एंड फिर वो आपको मारते हैं, बुरी तरह मारते हैं, एंड देन दे यूजली दे कॉल द पुलिस। उनको ज़रूरत नहीं है कि आप पुलिस को कॉल करें, वो पुलिस को कॉल करेंगे, एंड वो पुलिस को बुला के कहते कि आप धर्मांतरण कर रहे थे। And police will do what? They will arrest the pastor, they will arrest the senior leader there, they will arrest the women, they will even arrest the children. And in some cases, they have even filed cases against dead people. Because, after all, anybody can be accused of conversion. So we receive these calls very often on our helpline, and we are responding as a group of lawyers to provide legal support on the ground. Last year, there were 800 plus such incidents. We started documenting this work, this violence about in 2012, and us time there were about 150 such incidents that would take place in the whole year. Last year, 824. This year already over 200 incidents, 226 to be exact actually, have already taken place, where somebody has entered forcibly into our homes, into our churches, beat up those who are worshipping there, and have them arrested. I'll just like to share just a few incidents that have taken place in this last year. 5 villagers and some others were meeting with their families. When they were assaulted, brutally assaulted, they received severe injuries, including bone fractures, requiring hospitalization. Not only were they attacked, their homes were destroyed in Chhattisgarh, and उनके जो खेत थे उनको भी destroy किया। पुलिस में FIR गई, complaint गई rather, कुछ नहीं हुआ। 3 महीने बाद those same attackers came back कि अरे तुम लोग अभी तक मीट कर रहे हो अपने घर में, दोबारा से उनको मारा। इस बार they were taken to the पंचायत office, and they were told in the panchayat office they have to reconvert. If they do not reconvert, they are not going to be allowed in the village. Another complaint was registered, but no response from the police. So what did the Christians do? They have been living outside the village, in the forest, in the local forest, because they are afraid to go back to their homes. In Punjab, one pastor was meeting in his church when a group of extremists barged in. They attacked him brutally, they beat him up. He received severe head trauma. He was immediately rushed to the Christian Medical College in Ludhiana. In spite of receiving medical treatment, he passed away. In another incident in Chhattisgarh, 3 Adivasi women were stripped, physically assaulted in the panchayat that had been gathered. They were told they had to renounce their faith, and they were also completely debarred from any village meetings or being part of the village any longer. Another case that has come up, and I'm sure many of you all have followed that traveled all the way to the Supreme Court, in fact, Chhattisgarh se hi tha wo. A young man, he had lost his father. He wanted to bury his father in the village graveyard, which was a common graveyard, Other Christians have been buried there previously. He wanted his father to be buried there. He was told it would not be allowed unless he reconverted. He said, no, that is not possible. I will bury my father on my own land. अपनी ज़मीन पे मेरे को उनको दफनाने दीजिए. नहीं, आप नहीं दफना सकते. अपने मुर्दे को आप नहीं दफना सकते. He went to the High Court. High Court से कोई रिलीफ नहीं मिला. He went to the Supreme Court. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा बहुत मुश्किल चीज़ है ये, तो आपको बैरी करने के लिए तो आपको राइट होना चाहिए. कोई बात नहीं, करीब 24-30 किलोमीटर की दूरी पे एक और ग्रेवयार्ड है, आप वहाँ ले जाइए ना. आपको इसी गांव में क्यों बैरी करना है? ये हमारी पुश्तानी ज़मीन है. Why should my father be buried outside, so far away from my village? Why can he not be buried on my own land? Not allowed. Not allowed. हालात ऐसे नहीं हैं कि आप बैरी कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि कई बार क्या हुआ है, आपने बैरी तो कर दिया है, दैट बॉडी हैज़ बीन एक्ज्यूम्ड एंड द बॉडी हैज़ बीन रिकन्वर्टेड. It's madness, but it's happening in our country. It's happening. If you were to read the small newspapers, if you were to follow some of the social media handles, you'll learn. If you were to read some of the reports that we are receiving on our helpline, you'll learn about these things. And I'm so grateful that we have an opportunity to share some of the tragedy, the heartbreaking tragedy. You lose a loved one, and you cannot even grieve in dignity. But all of this comes because, after all, as Christians, we are very concerned about conversion. The only reason I accepted this invitation is because I want to convert each one of you here. That's the reason I live and breathe, actually, as a Christian. And that seems to be the narrative that has been so shared that everyone believes it. That any time a Christian opens their mouth, that they are going to try and convert you. Which means that if I celebrate a birthday party in my house, I can be accused of conversion. If I have a wedding reception, these are all cases we are litigating now. These are cases, ongoing cases. Wedding reception, मैंने आपको invitation दिया है because I want to convert you, और कोई reason ही नहीं है. मैं अपने घर में मटन इसलिए बनाती हूँ ताकि आपको convert किया जा सके. मैं अपने चर्च में चाय और बिस्कुट सर्व करती हूँ ताकि आप convert हो जाए. मेरे पास 2 बाइबल हैं, एक नहीं 2 हैं, क्योंकि मैं आपको कन्वर्ट करना चाहती हूँ. क्योंकि आखिर मेरे पास 2 बाइबल होनी क्यों चाहिए? आप एक ही तो पढ़ेंगे ना. 2 बाइबल होने का मतलब मैं आपको कन्वर्ट करना चाहती हूँ. ये एलिगेशंस हैं FIRs में. और ये FIR कौन लिख रहा है? थर्ड पार्टी, जो चर्च में है नहीं, जो घर में है नहीं, जो सड़क पे चल रहे हैं, वो लोग FIR लिख रहे हैं और कह रहे हैं हम फला फला इस दल के सदस्य हैं, इस दल के प्रेसिडेंट हैं. हम यहाँ रास्ते से चल रहे थे, हम यहाँ से जा रहे थे, तो हमें आवाज़ आई, हमें पता था वहाँ कन्वर्जन हो रहा है, तो हम पहुँच गए. वहाँ दिखा हमें. FIRs have been registered against 40, 50, 500 people. In one case that happened in a hospital in Uttar Pradesh, they arrested every single person in the church. तो कन्वर्ट कौन हो रहा था? जो कन्वर्ट हो रहा था उसको भी अरेस्ट कर लिए. बचा कौन? आपने सभी को तो अरेस्ट कर लिया. हु इज द विक्टिम? विक्टिम को तो शायद छोड़ देते, पर विक्टिम को भी अरेस्ट कर दिया. अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट FIR, everyone was arrested. In that particular case, they registered 3 FIRs, क्योंकि then they realized कि एक से बन नहीं रहा है. They registered 3 FIRs. The police entered the operation theater of that hospital to check वहाँ तो नहीं हो रहा है conversion. They seized doctors' records, hospital records, because they thought उसमें से पता चलेगा conversion. That hospital has been running for close to 100 years. In fact, maybe over 100 years. The Christian population in that location must be 0.0%. पर conversion तो hospital theater में भी हो सकता है. तो FIR तो लिखना ज़रूरी था. The chief medical superintendent was on the run for months on end. The hospital could not operate. That case had to travel all the way to Supreme Court for that poor man to get bail. Not relief. Relief के लिए अभी भी wait कर रहे हैं हम लोग. Just to get bail, we had to go all the way to the Supreme Court. Over these years, over the last 4 years, more than 900 Christians have been arrested under the anti-conversion laws in UP, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. 900. Many of them are women because they come forward and say, "Nahi, we are willingly here. Don't arrest this pastor on our." चलिए आप भी आइए फिर, आप भी आ जाइए. We have clients, 6 Dalit women. In fact, they were celebrating, like I said, a birthday party. And they stopped the police. They told the police कि please, ये हम लोगों का birthday party है, ये मेरा बेटा है, 7 साल का है, इसका birthday party है, इसी के लिए हम लोग ने arrange किया है सब कुछ, कोई conversion ceremony नहीं है ये. So the police said, नहीं आप चलिए, आप थाने तो चलिए. Those ladies spent 5 weeks in jail. The mother was arrested on her son's birthday. 5 weeks in jail. Why? Because she dared to order a cake. And somebody was passing on the road and thought it was a conversion ceremony. 900 people arrested. Many of them, like I said, not being able to get bail at the lower court, sessions court. You are having to go to the high court. And high court mein kya, Allahabad high court mein, it seems so odd to say it, but high court is making observations ki if this sort of thing is allowed, then the majority will become the minority. These are very heinous crimes that are taking place. हाई कोर्ट ऐसा ऑब्जर्वेशन देगा तो लोअर कोर्ट बेल दे सकता है? नहीं देगा, नहीं दे रहा है. तो आप जाइए, अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाइए बेल के लिए. एंड कैन यू इमेजिन द कॉस्ट इम्प्लीकेशन व्हेन समथिंग हैज़ टू ट्रैवल ऑल द वे फ्रॉम द सेशंस टू द सुप्रीम कोर्ट, where you have to get seniors involved. Sadly, we don't have everybody who can do pro bono matters. So what happens? You get seniors. Thankfully, some of the seniors are able to do pro bono, but how many requests will you make? And how will these poor people have access to this? So tremendous amount of pressure. The other thing that I really want to highlight, and I'll close with that, is really that the anti-conversion laws are about agency. Who is allegedly being protected under these laws? They say it is for the Dalits, the scheduled tribe, the scheduled caste, who actually don't understand what is being done to them. It is such a demeaning thing. In our country where a Dalit person can be attacked because they wear a watch. घोड़ी पे चढ़ के तुम शादी पे जाओगे, पीटा जाता है उनको. And that same Dalit is saying, no, actually I reject this system that is oppressive and I choose a different system. I choose a system that allows me dignity. And when a Dalit has that agency and shares that agency, do you think that Dalit person is going to be spared in their village? No. The violence that we are seeing against the Christians, the slurs, the hate speech, rice bag, that is the most common term that is used against Christians in India, rice bag. For a bag of rice, you will change your gods. Who does that? Are Dalits so weak intellectually that we would say, no, for a bag of rice I will change? And what is stopping you from giving me another bag of rice? In the Delhi elections, we were offered free electricity. We were offered free bus rides. Offer us free rice. Offer us free rice. Feed the poor if you're so worried about them. No, it is about making sure you don't have agency. You dare not reject. And I think it is so important to recognize conversion also as political. Dr. Ambedkar said, I was born into this religion, I will not die in this religion. It was a political conversion. A lot of conversions in our country are also political. They are a rejection of certain oppressive schemes. And we must be able to give and recognize that agency. These anti-conversion laws are really a disgrace to our nation. Sadly, we have passed them on to Nepal, to Sri Lanka, to Myanmar, Bhutan, shame on us. Shame on us. We should be passing on good traditions, but we are passing on our conversion laws. But I think also that the way forward, of course, is doing grassroots work, but I think it is also about engaging the religious Hindu. We must engage the religious leaders. We have to take back Hinduism. I mean, I say this as a Christian, we have to take back Hinduism for all its beauty. You know, it has to go back to what it is, the openness, the joy of curiosity about respecting the other, to thinking about how we treat the other, and learning again to work with each other. And this will not happen without our religious leaders speaking up with us. Yeah, thank you.